Okay, shall we get started then? Shall we start theory crafting the best NA rosters imaginable? So, there's been a lot of talk about EU super teams being the only reason that EU has any success. Now, we don't need to get into the definition of a super team too much. Well, we don't need to get into, like, you know, really which teams are super teams, which teams aren't. That's a different discussion. But the way I understand it is a super team is a team comprised of 3 players who could all be the star player on a different team, but because you've got 3 star players on one team, now it's a super team. Is that sensible? One in chat if that makes sense. I think the only super team currently, players who have all been star players somewhat recently and have all teamed together now, I think the only super team in the world is BDS. Because Rise and Seiko at the end of last season were dominating. Rise even at, you know, Fall Major this season. Monkey Moon ended last season dominating. Now they're all together. That's the only team that I'm aware of that has 3 players who are very, very much in the running for best in the world and very much like star players on their respective teams, and now they're all teaming together. So I think that's the only super team in the world. Some people have called FaZe super teams when it was AJ Sypical First Killer. That's I don't think as clear, because I wouldn't say Sypical was dominating at the time, but probably was dominant recently enough that you would call FaZe with Sypical, AJ, First Killer a super team as well. When Mist joined, it had been over a season since he'd been considered like one of the best in NA, so I don't think that Mist version of FaZe would be considered a super team. But Sypical was definitely one of the best players in NA at the end of RLCS Season X, so when he joins FaZe halfway through the very next season, that's probably close enough to be considered a super team. But yeah, currently I think, you know, FaZe have fallen off a bit, so I wouldn't say they're a super team. Because yeah, just because you're a super team in your form doesn't mean you remain a super team forever. It's also based on like form. But anyway, that's the start of this discussion. Is like, I think, yeah, T-Bits is saying that EU just has a bunch of super teams and NA has teams that, you know, prefer to stick together, and that's the main difference between EU and NA. I believe he thinks, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he thinks that if NA were to make super teams the way that EU has, that NA would dominate. And I'm here to help. I'm here to make NA super teams, because if there's going to be an NA roster mania at the end of this season, then let's just get straight to it, you know? Let's just get into it. So wait, let me make a text file here. I don't have one. Let me just make something here. Let's go for like maybe this size. How big is that? Oh, that's quite small. Oh, that's very small. That text is quite small. Okay, hold on. Let me make that a little bit bigger. How's that? Is that legible? Do we need to make it a bit bigger? We just need to get like... That's probably fine. I'll probably just change it if it's wrong. I'll change it later. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Now the stipulations for this are that we're not allowed to use players that do not originate from North America. We're not allowed to use import players, because it wouldn't be, you know, the NA super teams if we use import players. So we're going to challenge ourselves. If the premise that has been proposed is that North America would be the strongest region, North America would have the strongest teams if North American players were more ruthless, like EU players like Rise, players like Monkey Moon benching teammates and going into the spring split. If the premise is that NA has the more talented top tier, then we should quite easily be able to make 5 teams on paper right now that would challenge teams like Vitality, BDS, Karming Corp, Liquid on a good day. Well, Liquid have had quite a lot of bad days as well as good days recently. But okay, let's just start listing off the top 15 NA players, because that's what we need for... This is what we need for a 5 super teams. We need 15 players. So who do we want to put in there? Who do we want to put in there? In no particular order. In no particular order. I think the best player in NA is probably still First Killer, personally. So I'll put him in there. I feel like Beast Mode is a very obvious choice, even though he didn't finish the season very well. I feel like Atomic's a no-brainer. Gotta go in there. And then after this split Sagevis had, you've got to put in AJ and LJ. The two Js, they've been phenomenal. Now, obviously, yeah, I said it, no import players, but Chronic isn't an import player. He's just on an import team. So we can put him in. Jack, we're not using import players. Daniel, man, this is going to make so much... Honestly, like, what am I doing? I'm going to get destroyed by all of the NA players on Twitter. How many have we got? That's 7. Okay, we got loads more space. Yeah, I still think Justin's a top 15 player NA. That's easy. We're not getting to the difficult part yet. The difficult part is like coming later when it's like the 12, 13, 14. Do you have any other no-brainers? I think this guy's a no-brainer, honestly. I've been very impressed with what I've seen from him. So I'm going to put him in there. I think he's no-brainer top 15 NA. I don't know, maybe is that controversial? Is that my first controversial pick? So I feel like it's pretty automatic. How many have we got? Is that... That's 9. Okay, we're good. We've got 6 more. Surely we can appease everyone with 6 more. I'm still gonna put Mist in there, even though he had a bad split. I'm still gonna put him in there because he had 2 good splits before that. So I'm gonna put Mist in. Second best player in FaZe. I reckon he's still easy, automatic. Not Mist. What do you mean not Mist? He had 1 bad split, bro, but come on. He's probably still top 15 NA, like just North Americans. I'll make a gap here. Let's do that. I feel like we're gonna run out of space as well. I need to make this a little bit smaller. Hold on. There, that'll work. Right now, yeah, I mean, no, we're not using import players. We're not using import players. No, no, not Chicago. I'm just reading names from chat. No, Raise Bull, CRR is what I meant to say. I feel like you can't have the whole G2 roster. If they were all top 15, then they'd probably just be doing a lot better than they are, right? How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we got room for 1 more G2 player minimum. So who goes in? If I don't... Definitely gotta put like Chicago in there, otherwise he's gonna tweet at me. He tweeted it like... Didn't he subtweet T-Base the other day? Not sure we're gonna get subtweeted by Chicago right now. I feel like it's Chicago for me, but JNaps is also pretty good, isn't he? This is tricky, man. Top 15 NA is tricky. How many? Okay, we've got 2 V1 players, 2 FaZe players, 2 G2 players. They all made Worlds. And then, you know, Complexity, Gen G are both import teams. Who's next in line? Like Optic, we got 1 Optic player. V1, we got 2. Yeah, we got 2 V1, 2 FaZe, 2 G2. I think we need a second Space Station player. Because they did make Worlds, right? So we probably need to put a second Space Station player in. Now, Hoxer had a pretty good split. He did have a pretty good split. But I don't know. I feel like Arsenal's... I feel like he's got more evidence. More evidence for Arsenal, so I'm going to put Arsenal top 15 NA. Hoxer did have a pretty good split, though. I don't know if there'll be room for all 3 SSG players in the top 15 NA, but he did have a very good split. More of that, and Hoxer's probably getting in there. You guys. Everybody wants the bear. You've all been like completely indoctrinated by CJ. It's a tricky one. I feel like the bear did do pretty well though. As much as CJ does like to fanboy the bear did do pretty well. How many players have we got? 11 now? Oh, 12. We only got space for 3 more. I think it probably is still Magic Bear. You got to put another one of them in. They've been good enough, right? But I should probably organize this. What have I done? The order that we've put this in is so random. I'm going to put Mist with First Killer so we can like clearly see them both together. I'm going to put Daniel with Beast Mode. Again, the list is in no particular order. No order at all. It's just... this is just purely for organization. So we've got two G2 players, 2 SSG players, 2 V1 players, 2 FaZe players. And we've got 1 from Optic, 1 from Gen G, 1 from NRG. And we got 2 from Optic actually, 2 Optic players. Okay. And then 1 from NRG, 1 from Shopify, and 1 from Gen G. How many teams have we got represented there then? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then of course you got Complexity or a full import team, so they're not represented here at all. Who else do you need to put in there though? Who else do you need to put in? Sosa or Gyro? Oh, if I don't put Sosa in, I'm getting added on the timeline. Not even subtweeted. I'm getting added. To be fair, they did qualify for Gamers 8, and a lot of people are saying it was just off the back of their 1v1s. They did all right in 3v3s as well. They beat V1. Oh man, I put 2 V1 players in here. Quite literally beat them. For goodness sake. Who do you guys think is the best player on who do you guys think is the best player on Koi? Who do you guys think? Let's take a look at how they done in the actually I don't have a screen region for the past split. I'm actually surprised so many of you are saying Cheese. I thought you were all gonna say Sosa and Gyro because they're the more known players. When the correct answer probably is Cheese. Because didn't the results improve when Cheese joined? And they lost Aqua, who's like not a bad player. He's like, you know, maybe a bit overrated because he doesn't play as much as he should. But yeah, didn't Koi have their most consistent split after he joined? Or was it just like the same? Was it just the same as the previous split? Maybe it was just the same. I'm looking at their points right now. They got 583. And the next split they got 466. But obviously the spring's worth more. So they got round 1 twice. And they got round 2 twice. Yeah, actually I think they did better with Aqua, but still. I do like Cheese. Cheese is like not just a good player, but a great ingredient. Just a great food in general, you know? I think I'm gonna go for Cheese. Is that just 1 left now? 1? Oh my goodness, we only have 1 more. This is not good. This is not good, bro. This is not good. We're getting added by Sosa. We don't have space for like... we don't have space for enough players, bro. We don't have space for enough. This is not gonna go well. You guys are going mental. Parth, Garrett, Rettles, all great choices. I'm hesitating on like Cheese now because like they were kind of trash in RLCS. Maybe Cheese is not top 15. Maybe he's not. Energy did get a top 4. Yeah, this is heartbreaking. This is like even worse than the top 25 list because there's no one else. There's no one else to come and save it. Like, after my terrible takes, there's no one else to come and save it. Top 15 is really hard, bro. I feel like you've got to have... Yeah, it's just NA players. Just America and... It's literally just America and Canada. Kep, Forky, great choices, of course. Cheese is really good, guys. He's not a troll pick. He's a decent pick. I'm going to put Garrett G in here. It just looks wrong without him. Cheese is not a troll pick at all. He is good. I'm not sure if he's actually top 25, though. Yeah, Lion Blaze is pretty good as well. Parth is really good as well. I know, AJ. But I already had a player from Shopify. I didn't have a player from Koi. So I was trying to like even it out a little bit. But Parth is really good. Yeah, the players I'm thinking about, Parth. Yeah, Parth's a good shout. Rattles is a good shout. Hawkser's a good shout. Jnaps. But I feel like it has to be balanced, you know, you can't have... Like, NA's got a lot of parity right now. They're all kind of like similar. If any of them teams had like all three of the like top 15 players in NA, they wouldn't be like as much parity as there is. Because we got the two best players in FaZe, two best players in V1. In my opinion, the two best players in G2. I think Chicago just barely better than Jnaps. Then we got two. I think again this is close. Arsenal, Chicago, Arsenal Hawks are close, but Arsenal, LJ, I think two best on SSG. I think the two best on Optic. Even that's close. Rattles Magic Bear is close. This is not easy, but I've tried to limit. I've tried to give like lots of teams representation here. Sip's better than Mist. I would disagree, but they're close. Yeah, best NRG player, the only NA player from Gen G. Two pieces. I think the best player in Shopify. Cheese is I think the best Koi player. Garrett. But you've also got like, I don't know, I feel like at times, if this was like last split, if this is the winter split, I would definitely have a Dignitas player in there, but were Dignitas just too trash this split? It would probably be Evo. Maybe Evo deserves it more than Cheese for the winter split, because you don't just want to look at the most recent split, you want to look at more than that. Is it Andy? Is Andy just the most underrated player in NA? I'm kind of... Cheese is a prediction. I feel like Cheese is a prediction. I hate doing this, but I'm going to take him out because I feel like he's a prediction. And Evo is kind of ridiculous. Put Evo in for now. Because they did kind of make the winter major. I'm not even sure if it would be Evo though. Andy's also sick. But I'd say Evo just by this much. But yeah, it's close. I don't know. If we were doing a spring top 15, Evo wouldn't be in there. Because I feel like if it was spring top 15, Evo wouldn't be in there. Hawkser might be in there instead of Arsenal. But I'm trying to like look at more than just spring. So what have we got? We've got two players from SSG, two players from Optic, two players from FaZe, two players from V1, one player from Gen G, two players from G2, one from Shopify, NRG, and Dignitas. I think that's it. Wait, two FaZe, V1, G2, Space Station, Optic, that's 10. One player from Gen G, NRG, Shopify, Dignitas. Oh, and then we got another NRG player as well. Two from NRG actually. Yeah, NRG have probably been... Yeah, I mean Partha is good. What did AJ say? I've missed what AJ most recently wrote. Did not put Parth, but yeah, Parth is a kind of a prediction though. I like... Parth is very, very good. So is Cheese. I like Parth and Cheese. They're both very good, but I'm trying to like make it like... Proven top 15. How is Parth a prediction? Because... in our LCS, the results have been mixed results. I don't think the results have been good enough to merit having two players in the top 15, even though Parth is like, he's very good. And next season, he's going to be very good. But this is not a predicted, I'm not predicting who the next season's best players are going to be. I'm like saying, based on merit, based on who's deserved. Parth is probably on 2 pieces level. I think 2 piece is better than Parth. I'll say that. But I do think Parth is excellent. And I hope that me saying that doesn't just make it worse, that he's not in my current top 15 North American players. Because I think he will be. I think players like Cheese Parth will be, for sure. Who else will be? If they just keep grinding. They're the 2 most clear picks. But yeah, I think like Dignitas were on the way out, so like a few more. I think if we just ran like NA Regional 4, you'd probably have Parth in there. NA Regional 5, definitely. But yeah, AJ, is this what you want? Hold on, let me put Justin and Garrett together. Because even though they're not currently playing together. Wait, I'll put Garrett like this. Between 2-piece Parth, Garrett, and Justin. Make it yourself. I'm just asking you what you want. And is this AJ's list? Yeah, no import players. No import players. I'm also actually thinking. I've got to like think of how many third men have we got? Oh, we've got so many third men. Never mind. I like had a glance. I was like, oh, that's a lot of third men. It's like the best players in North America are all third men. Actually, not all, but there's a lot of them. You'd put Hoxer in. Hoxer did have a very good spring split. I still rate Justin very highly. I think Justin's like if we're making super teams, I reckon Justin's going to be very, very effective on a super team, I think he's going to be very effective on a super team. Because yeah, this is super teams, not current teams. I'm trying to make super teams here. So I'm thinking like, if we were making super teams, who would you want on your super teams? Honestly, you know what? I think, yeah, like... I'm gonna put this guy in instead, and I'm gonna put Andy in because I think Andy's underrated, and I think like you need players like him in a super team, because look at Radosin, look at Exotic. Would they be super team players outside of the teams they're on? Would they? His name is literally Andy. What's wrong with that, bro? Linky, thanks for the 18-month, actually 24-month tier 1. Also, Darty, thanks for gifting us up to Hydra RL. Sasuri, thanks for the 13-month tier 1. Zaya the Rumble Main, thanks for the 4-month prime. Welcome back. G-Cord, thanks for the 3-month prime. Lifeless Nerd, thanks for the 5-month tier 1. Hawks are saying, Johnnyboi, I wouldn't put myself based off 3 events. Literally missed 3 regionals earlier this year. I mean... It's not a predicted list. I think if this is a predicted list, then or if it was, forecasting spring split onwards, players who had a really good spring split would probably be expected to be top 15 NA. Players like Hoxer, who had a brilliant spring split. But yeah, I've limited. Otherwise, this would just turn into 3 players from FaZe, 3 players from G2. They would just be like quite the same. I thought the criticism about NA is it's always the same players. Isn't that the criticism? It's like NA just the same 15 players every single event. And now all of you guys in chat want me to put the same 15 players. You're all like, where's Typical? Where's JNaps? Where's all the OGs? Where's where else? I thought the whole point was that NA doesn't put in new players. It's very close though. I feel like if I order this, I'll put the players who I... Okay, these guys at the top are all no-brainers. Yeah, I think that's like Andy's on the bubble. I don't know if he makes it. I'm trying to like think of a team for him right now. If I can't think of one, then I'm gonna have to replace him. So we got to make teams out of all these players. Andy's very smart though. Okay, I'm kind of... Am I just cheating if I put Parth and 2-piece together? Because I know they like playing together. Is that just cheating? I feel like that's just cheating. But hey, we are supposed to be doing super teams. So, okay, that's the 15 then. I'm just totally cheating because I know that they like playing together. So we're going to keep them together. Yeah, we've got to make it realistic, right? Because that's what they want to do. They just want to play together. So apparently they've had so many offers and they've just declined them all. But okay, chat, I'm going to let you guys get involved in this. Did we just get ads? Please tell me we didn't just get ads. I looked at my dashboard and it's like, it said 3 seconds ad countdown. If we did, I'll just pause. No? Oh, we did, yeah. Alright, we'll wait. But okay, for those of you who didn't get ads, what I was going to ask, I'm going to wait. I looked at my dashboard and it said 3 seconds till ads, 2, and then I was like, oh, great. It's happening, isn't it? Do you guys want to vote on my top 15? You guys can vote to kick a player from the top 15. We'll get chat involved here. The problem is, I think that chat's going to probably have at least 20 players in their top 15. Minimum. Twitch chat's going to have minimum 20 players in their top 15. Alright, hold on. Let me pull up a poll. Wait, how do I do that again? My dashboard's reset. I don't even have the poll button. Here it is. This is so harsh. Who isn't top 15 NA? Who isn't a top 15 NA player? You know what? Yeah, we're getting absolutely shredded for this on the timeline after this. Well, like I'm trying to like make I'm trying to get a head start on NA super team theory, and instead we're just actually gonna get completely torn apart in the timeline for not putting 15. Not putting 25 players in the top 15. Obviously, First Killer, Miss, Beast Mode, Daniel, Atomic, Chicago, LJ, AJ. I feel like Chronic's also kind of just locked ahead of Magic Bear. Is anyone else below Magic, or is anyone in this list below Chronic? Just guaranteed. I feel like 2-piece is guaranteed as well. I feel like the 5 that are not guaranteed are probably Magic Bear, Justin, Garrett, Arsenal, Parth. That's like I think the 5 that are not guaranteed. Alright, let's see what you guys... Pro players, please turn off my stream right now. You don't want to know. Trust me, you just don't want to know. You don't want to know if chat thinks you're the worst player. You don't. Turn off the stream. What are you doing? Why are you watching? Justin guaranteed. Well, I think that there are 10 players maybe more guaranteed for chat. I would put Justin in my top 15 pretty automatically. Oh my goodness. Why are you all voting out Arsenal of all people? I can't believe that. Okay, no, I guess the other players are very good. Actually, this is stacked. Don't at Arsenal. Why would you do that? Stop it. Where do I put Com? Com's like on the bubble as well of being top 15. I'm gonna get like so many people are gonna clip me saying that a player's on the bubble, and like since there's all that bubble player like controversy, everybody's gonna be like, Johnny said you're in the bubble. Did ads finish? I think they did, right? Garrett said he doesn't care about your stupid lists. He shouldn't. That's the perfect mentality. Absolutely perfect mentality by Garrett there. So yeah, all of you guys calling for like Parth's head, calling for Garrett's head. You all actually, as a collective, think Arsenal is the 15th best player in this list. But then if Arsenal's the 15th best player, who should be on instead of him? That's the question. Hoxer? I put Arsenal in instead of Hoxer because he's got more than a split of evidence. Also, Arsenal did actually look pretty good. I think even Hoxer is my chat saying he wouldn't put himself top 15 right now. Very humble guy. You can't hate that. Bro Jack, where's Jan? I'm doing North American only. There doesn't seem to be a consensus, like, clear best player. I might just, you know, I'm going to leave him in because I think Space Station have done well enough that they deserve 2 players in the top 15 at the moment. And also, I think Arsenal is quite a good fit for a lot of these teams that we're going to try and make. So with that in mind, let's make some teams. Now, what did I do here? I'm trying to remember what font size I used. Okay. Team A. Team A. Who do we need to build a team around? We're going to build teams around 5 different players. Who do we need to build a team around? I feel like it's an easy question. Farskiller. For goodness sake, it's about time somebody built a team around Farskiller. Then we've got another player there, another player here. I should probably just keep that like this. Okay, Team B. Who else do we need to build a team around? Team B for beast mode. Okay. Team C. Who else do we need to build a team around? Wait. Could have done Team A for atomic. Team B for beast mode. Team C for chronic. I feel like that's a good way to do this. Or is AJ a better player to build a team around? Team AJ? Team AJ, team base mode, team chronic, team Daniel, and then whatever's left. We got rid of Evo. For goodness sake, we need Evo back. We need to build a team around Evo. Nah, we're not going to do it like that. Hold on, let me make another text source. Because I don't have enough space here. Hold on, just 1 second. All right. Team E. There we go, Team E. Shall we just skip to Team F? Guess that makes a lot more sense. There we go. Team F. We don't need a Team E. Perfect. Nailed it. Alright. So we've got all the best players NA. First Killer, Beast Mode, Daniel. Allegedly. And then Chronic, I feel like with the season he's had, he has to be in the top 5 NA. And AJ's just had a pretty good split. Is it Team AJ or Team Atomic? That's the question. Atomic with AJ? Didn't Atomic and AJ play in SMAD together and they were terrible? I mean, all the NA teams were bad in SMAD, so maybe we shouldn't hold it against them, but I think that they played together in SMAD, didn't they? AJ, Atomic, Arsenal for... Okay, let's remove the players we've put into teams already. Let's see what we've got left over. Who else have I got? Wait, what? Who have I missed? Oh yeah, Chronic, of course. There he is. Okay. Now, we've got a couple of like package deals. We've got a couple of package deals here that should go quite nicely together. Players like Parth and Two Piece should probably just be together. Do we have to put Garrett and Justin back together? Or is it time to separate them? That's a tough question. That's a very tough question. Now, Garrett G doesn't Mist love Garrett G? I think that's true, right? Pretty sure Mist loves Garrett G. Separate, blow it up. Oh my goodness, well, if we're blowing up every roster, like... What, are we not allowed any former teammates? Is that a stipulation here? We're not allowed any former teammates at all? That's a good challenge, actually. I don't mind that. So that would remove the Parth two-piece cheat. Keep Shopify? No, nah. You think we're allowed for... Okay, 1 if we're allowed former teammates, 2 if we're not allowed former teammates. Okay, I'm seeing mostly 1s, but I forgot what the options were. 1 was if we're allowed teammates, right? I forgot what the options were. Yeah, I just asked a question and completely forgot the answers. Okay. Nick, thanks for the 4-month Prime. T-Doggy, thanks for the 19-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, let's get into this then. Team A. Okay, and actually, we need to start with First Killer, because First Killer needs to have a good team. He's tried like so many different teams. Who do you guys think are the perfect teammates for First Killer? Who are the perfect teammates for First Killer? There's a couple players that jump out to me. Atomic and Chicago. Atomic and Chicago do have good synergy, so we might want to keep them together as well. LJ Arsenal have good synergy. Maybe we keep them together. Maybe we just do that. Everybody wants everybody wants Justin and Garrett to be separated, but not the other teammates who have seen more recent success. Now, LJ has been, I think, playing better without Daniel. So with that in mind, I'm not going to put him in First Killer's team. Probably not going to put him in a team with AJ either. So that runs it down to Chronic or Beast mode. LJ with Chronic or Beast mode. I know LJ does like playing with Chronic, so I might put him with Chronic. Doesn't he? I'm gonna put him with Chronic. That seems like a good shout. Chronic LJ. That sounds good. I don't mind that. Now who do we put with them though? We can't put, if we're keeping Chicago and Atomic together. I don't know if we keep Arsenal and LJ together. If we put Chronic with LJ, I don't know if we put Arsenal with them. I don't know if we do that. Now I'll tell you, I'm gonna let's see. I don't mind that. I do not mind that at all. Put Justin with beast mode? Really? First killer worst team? How is first killer the worst team, bro? He's got a teammate. I mean, he needs another player. The AJ one is a tricky one. Man, this is harder than I thought. This is actually really hard. Who plays with AJ, though? Who plays with AJ? I feel like... Garrett and Mist could complement each other really well. And obviously 2-Piece and Parth do. But Daniel, Garrett, Mist, I don't like that. I think... I'd rather this. Daniel, 2-Piece, Parth. And then Mist and Garrett. Should we just put all the old men in one team? Because I feel like that could work. Mist, AJ, Garrett. What do you think about Mist, AJ, Garrett, though? Hold on a second here. Wait. We might have cooked something up here. Wait, it's also off the bottom of the screen. But hold on. Let me pull them back in. Wait, something's still wrong. We don't have enough space for all these teams. The list is too long. I need to get Team D on the next page. Yeah, Parth was off the screen. It's okay, I fixed it. L, Team 2 defensive. Garrett's willing to get out there. He's willing to get out there, you know? AJ also willing to get out there. Willing to get out there. I reckon that could work. This could function. Mist is a defensive player. Daniel's a defensive player. You know, beast mode. A little bit defensive. First killer, a little bit defensive. We can't have too many defensive players in one team. But I think this is fine, though. And then, okay, we've got Magic Bear, Atomic, Chicago. I feel like if Magic Bear is going to be in any of these teams, it has to be Beast Mode's team. I feel like it has to be. I don't see Magic Bear, First Killer, Arsenal working. I don't see it. And then between Chicago, Atomic. That's... Okay, we're splitting them up. Yeah, Beast Mode, Atomic, Chicago sounds pretty good, but I think we're separating Atomic and Chicago. We agreed in this. But like, who goes to First Killer? See, I think First Killer, Atomic could be a pretty nasty combination. Pretty nasty combination, but I think... this is tough though, you know. I think I'm going to put Chicago with First Killer and Arsenal, to be honest. See, First Killer his whole career, he's been trying to like upgrade the mechanical ability of his team. When I think he doesn't need that. He probably just needs like players that are going to be aggressive and like make space for him to come in and get a free goal. And that leaves Atomic, Beast Mode, Magic Bear. I don't mind it, you know. I don't mind it. We can rearrange. But like, what do you guys think? How many super teams have we made here? Type in chat right now. How many of these 5 teams are super teams? Why are you all typing 0, bro? Come on. We can't... Why now? You're all joking though. Why are you all typing 0? This is not fair. Teammates reliably told us that if NA blew up all the rosters and made only super teams that it would be dominant. And we've picked 15 fantastic players here. Who could we replace? I think debatably we have ended up with 0 super teams. By my earlier definition of super teams, we have ended up with 0 super teams. But also, NA's performed pretty poorly this season, so it's kind of impossible to make a super team by definition. The strict definition of super team that I gave, where BDS are the only super team in the world. But yeah, Beast Mode, First Killer are the only players within like the past year who have been in the conversation for best in the world, coming out of NA. Maybe Atomic a little bit further ago. Yeah, Beast Mode, First Killer, Atomic is like the superiest team you can make in NA, results based. Nah, it's actually hard though. I honestly was curious about this whole topic. I didn't make this stream to be like, "Way, NA's terrible." I was like, I am trying. I genuinely am trying. But like, what do we need to change here in order to make this work for NA? Try less teams. Do we need less? Do we just need 3 teams? Is 5 too many? Should we go for 3? Should we downsize? Should we go for only... Okay. New plan. Impossible to make 5 NA super teams. We now know that. But it's fine. 3 will do. So let's go for the top 9 players NA. And let's see where we end up. First Killer. Beast Mode. Yeah, I know you're all going to say Daniel, so Daniel. Atomic. AJ. LJ. Both the best player in their respective teams. Yep, Chronic. No brainer. That's already 7. We're running out of space already. This is already tough. We have not put onto the list players like Mist, Two Piece, Chicago, Justin, Garrett. Is Two Piece a lowercase p or an uppercase p? It looks like it's a lowercase. No. That looks... Nothing looks right anymore because I'm typing it wrong. How do you even... Is it lowercase? Well, we got 1 player from FaZe, 2 from V1, 1 from G2, 1 from Optic, 1 from Space Station, 1 from Gen G. Capital, yeah, it looked better like that, for sure. 1 from Shopify. Like, you gotta have Justin in there somewhere. Gotta have him in there somewhere, you know? Now, that looks like a stacked list of 9 players. We've had to cut Mist, Garrett, Parth, Chicago, Arsenal, and Magic Bear. Team C is apparently a super team, by the way. Team C's been the best team the whole time because they've got 3 top 9 players in it. Apparently. But you guys were not 100% sure on Justin. Should have been Mist. I mean, Justin's still pretty good, though. Justin is still pretty good. Mist is very good as well, though. I do like Mist. It just depends. Like, how recent do we want to base this off? Like, how recent are we going here? Because if we're going more recently, I would say Mist most likely gets the nod. Yeah, I mean, FaZe did. It's not like they didn't make the majors, so they're not like clear. Everybody thought FaZe was just best NA in the winter split, but it kind of fell off a little bit here. Justin's energy nearly... Well, I mean, they were in the running. Kind of bottled it in the last regional, but I think Justin's still pretty good. I don't know. Let's go for the variety. Let's go for the variety. So we only need 3 teams this time. This should be easy. The 3 superiest teams, NA. this should be a walk in the park. The top 9 NA players split into 3 different teams. So who are we building the teams around? Who are we building the teams around? Farskiller, of course. Have to build a team around Farskiller. They're already in their teams. Atomic AJ, LJ, nah. I feel like you've got to build a team around Daniel just because he seems to be quite particular about who he works with. So we're going to build a team around Farskiller. We're going to build a team around Daniel. We could, you know, put them in the same team, but I'm not going to do that. We need 3 super teams. Now, if you think about it, you guys think the best 3 players in NA are Beast Mode, Daniel, Farskiller. That's just what everybody thinks, right? Everybody thinks Beast Mode, Farskiller, Daniel are the 3 best players. I'll put Beast Mode in Team B. Now, surely that means that we should build teams around the 3 of them. Because if they're the 3 best players, we should just build teams around them. Now, you've got to realize that Beast Mode and Daniel probably both looked worse because the team was struggling this split. I think they're both obviously still fantastic. Yeah, all we know is that Daniel Farskiller seem to be quite, well, Daniel didn't just instantly click with E1, so he must be quite particular about who he works with. So we're going to build a team around him and Farskiller. And then, if we're going to build a team around a 3rd player, I think Beast Mode has to be that player. Because I'm not putting Beast Mode in a team with one or the other. Because that'll just be the 3rd team will probably just be, it won't be a super team anymore, you know? We need 3 super teams for NA. So this is not that free, you know. Chronic LJ seems like a good combo. AJ, I mean, Farskiller benched AJ, so we can't put him back on that team. Yeah, AJ FK wasn't terrible. They got a bunch of top 4s. They were not terrible. They've just played together before. AJ got benched. I don't think they can go back together and work. So who do we put AJ with? I think it's got to be Beast Mode, right? I think it's the only one that makes sense. I feel like it's the only one that makes sense. LJ didn't work with Daniel. Who on earth will work with Farskiller here? Need some aggressive, energetic players, and we've got a bunch of players who are kind of quiet. Chronic and Atomic, you're all saying? The thing is, LJ is such a tricky one because LJ Chronic are very good together in 2s, but it doesn't automatically mean they're going to work together in 3s. It's not guaranteed, you know? Chronic is too much like FK. What does that even mean? They play similarly to FK. The thing is, I kind of want Farskiller to have more space on the pitch. Right now he makes his own space. I kind of want his teammates to do it for him. I want his teammates to be playing for the team instead of running back to net, sitting in goal. So I don't want to put Justin in Farskiller's team. I don't think I want to put LJ in Farskiller's team either. I kind of want to just put LJ in the middle team. I've kind of rushed. I've done a bit of a speed run here, but I feel like this is just the play. The Beast Mode AJ LJ team. I feel like that's just the one. Because I don't think I feel like AJ and LJ are gonna do better with Beast Mode than anyone else. And then it's just between Daniel and Farskiller. And NA's best players are kind of passive. It's kind of crazy. It's actually kind of crazy. I think, do we put who do we put Justin with? Justin's a tricky one. Who do we put Justin with? Daniel or First Killer? Probably Daniel, right? It's like absolutely split down the middle. Daniel, First Killer. Daniel, First Killer. I think Daniel. Daniel, Justin. And then who else though? I know. I'm pretty sure that Chronic like thinks First Killer is the best thing since sliced bread. So let's put him in the team. Boom. And then you just got Atomic and 2-piece. Atomic 2-piece. I don't know as much about 2-piece as a personality. Atomic Daniel Justin is I feel like 2-piece I could see working in either team, but maybe that's just because I don't know him as well. But my immediate like thought was to put Atomic with Daniel Justin. Just put Daniel with like some experienced players that are more mechanical than the last experienced team he played with. Because that actually worked. His best team was Rettle's Arsenal. 2 experienced players. And that would leave 2-piece First Killer Chronic. That actually looks kind of good though. This kind of looks like it might work. Is this not good? Hold on. Now that it's all lined up, I feel like we might have made 3 NA super teams, possibly. Switch Atomic and 2-piece. Atomic, Chronic, First Killer. I don't know about Atomic, Chronic, First Killer. Johnnyboi trying to save EU. I'm trying to save NA, bro. It's important for the esport that NA stays competitive. All right, let's say that I've made two NA super teams for now. Well, let's just say we've made three teams. I said 2, didn't I? We've made 3 teams. Let's do a poll. What did Johnny make? 3 super teams or 3 bubble teams? You've got 2 minutes to vote, starting from now. Did we make 3 super teams or 3 bubble teams? Why are you all voting bubble teams? This is so troll. It's really hard, actually. I'm not gonna lie. This is very, very hard. Difficult. Difficult to make this happen. I can't believe that. After all that effort, you're all just voting for bubble teams. Where are the glue players? We're making super teams, bro. You don't need glue in a super team. Maybe we need to cut it down to just 2 teams. We've got too many players. Maybe we need to cut it down to like 1 team. Nah, these are definitely like on paper super teams. For sure. Just put Daniel and Beast Mode with FK. It's not even like guaranteed that that would work though. Like, I feel like they would be good, but if Daniel, First Killer, and Beast Mode teamed and first split next season, they didn't even make LAN, I wouldn't even be shocked. I'd be like, of course they didn't make LAN, you know? Of course that happens. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they won their first event, you know? Like, there's just a big range on that team. There's no defense with First Killer, Beast Mode, Daniel. Ah? It's like all defense, that team. Alright, so you guys have voted that I made 3 bubble teams. All that this has proven is it's really difficult to make NA super teams. I genuinely did try. I think this is a good effort. I think these teams would work. I think they would work. put Daniel with some experienced players. You could have Justin and Atomic cutting about up front in midfield, leaving Daniel at the back. For first killer, you've got a bit more aggression on the team than his current lineup of typical Mist. You've got Chronic and two-piece, a bit more aggressive there. As long as that team's vibes can stay positive, I feel like they're good. You know, Chronic's underrated vibes. Actually, like a really good player on and off the pitch. Which team's the best team, though? A, B, or C? Which is the best teams? Well, best team. Yeah, AJ, LJ, Beast Mode. I feel like that works because LJ will have enough limelight that he's going to feel like he's popping off. AJ, similar. You know, I didn't want to put AJ or LJ with Daniel or First Killer because I feel like they were both worse when they had First Killer in their team. And, well, LJ when he had Daniel in his team, AJ when he had First Killer in his team. Whereas together, I think they can all just, like, share the limelight a bit more. But yeah, it's very hard to know, like, how teams would synergize. Like, would it come to them naturally, or would they just be terrible? Hard to say. But yeah, actually difficult. Genuinely difficult to make NA super teams. I'm relatively confident that even if all of these teams happened and they worked out pretty well, like the vibes were decent, that EU would still win. Maybe I'm just biased. Maybe I'm biased because I'm from Europe, or maybe I'm biased because of the spring major that just happened. But even looking at these three teams right now, I still think EU would win. With the same teams. I think Vitality would beat all these teams. BDS, Karmine Corp, I would probably take them over these teams as well. Yeah, the crazy thing is, like, everyone in NA is saying First Killer, Daniel, Beast Mode got a team. We need, like, the three best players in the team together. But in EU, like, Vatira, Zen, and probably Monkey Moon were the best players in this spring split, and they're all on different teams. It's not like EU's got a super team of the best, all three of the best players. It's just that there are a lot of players who are exceptionally good. Like, you got Alpha as well, playing second fiddle to Zen. You've got Seiko playing second fiddle to Monkey Moon. Rise joining the team. You've got Exotic, one of the most underrated players ever on Karmine Corp. Itachi, just absolutely that's exactly what that team needs. I feel like they're just like, it's less about the players. It's like once you get to a certain level, I feel like when the players are at a level that's good enough, it's more about the vibes, the confidence, the synergy than it is about the individual talent. But yeah, it's all about, before then it's all about mechanics. Like until you get to top tier mechanics, it's all about mechanics. But yeah, maybe one of these teams that I've just theory crafted would be insane. Hard to say. Yeah, last thing before I go, I want to let you guys vote one final poll. Which team is the most super? Team A, Team B, or Team C? You can see them on your screen. I'm just going to give 1 minute for this vote. So you've got 1 minute to vote which of these three teams is the most super. Let's see what you guys are thinking here. C, obviously. B. Is there a chalkcast today? No chalkcast today. We did a couple of bonus episode recordings yesterday and today. It's actually really hard. I feel like Team A could be very good as well. You guys are all saying B and C, but I feel like Team A could be excellent. Payout, show match predictions. Oh, did it not get paid out? Okay, I'll pay it out. Sorry about that. Thanks Kurith for the 40-month Prime, by the way, and Geekman for the 64-month Prime. Welcome back to you. Ranger with the 6-month Tier 1. And Crespar with the 6-month Tier 1. Forget Zen is a new Captain America. Of course, I forgot Zen, the American player Zen. You're not wrong. And Animal the First, thanks for the 5-month Prime. Welcome back to you as well. Right, you guys have voted that Team B followed by Team C are the most super teams. The Beast Mode team followed by the Dino team. I guess there's only one way to find out. We need show matches with the super teams. I feel like there's around about a 0% chance that happens. Because, I won't lie, getting NA players to do anything involving playing Rocket League is extremely difficult. But I mean, I'm not going to make any promises. Yeah, let's see who turns up for the draw this weekend. We'll see who turns up for the draw. Like, we'll see if NA players are actually playing Rocket League or not. Some of them. A lot of NA players are keen to play, but not all of them. That being said, like when we did SMAD, it was a pretty decent turnout. So maybe I'm just a pessimist, and they're actually all ready to experiment super teams in preparation for the off season. Good till, thanks to the 3-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel, guys. That's going to be it for me. I've got to get up for a flight in like 5 hours, so I'm going to go to bed. If you're wondering why I'm up this late, well, I wouldn't have been able to sleep anyway, because right now I'm still kind of on Boston time, and in Boston it's 8:30 p.m, so I'm really not that tired. But I'm going to try and sleep for 5 hours. I've got a very early flight tomorrow. That's it for tonight, though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this bit of a different kind of stream. Thought we'd have some fun with it. See if we can make some NA super teams. Just see how possible it is. It's actually kind of difficult. I'd love to see other people's takes on this. See what the super teams are looking like. And that's the challenge I'm going to put out there to anyone who wants to try this. You have to make 3 super teams with only North American players. No import players. 3 super teams. What are the 3 strongest teams? And I'm not saying what's the 1 strongest team and 2 other teams. I mean the 3 strongest teams. You have to create 3 teams that can win majors. Win multiple majors. That's the challenge.